Good morning, everyone. It's Hump Day. Here we are on Wednesday morning. Welcome to Craven Something Scary, where it's all horror all the time. Guys, here we are at the midweek point, and man, what a week it has been. Oh my gosh. The insanity of the Neve situation continues to grow, and you know what? A good friend of mine heard about the whole thing, and not only heard about it, he's been reporting it. He's been bringing you content. And he's a good friend of the channel, a good friend of mine. And you know what? He had a little bit of time this morning to join me so that we could talk about this with all of you. So, surprise, surprise, unannounced, and this is why I like to reward you guys for these live streams and surprise you with things like this for showing up. So, guys, right now, give a warm welcome in the chat to my good friend, and you guys know who this is, Alex from Podcast Now. What's up, man?
Hello. Thank you for
Hey,
having me. Unannounced. And I like it.
unannounced. Yes, just popping in, shocking everybody. And I have to say, happy belated birthday.
Well,
Because
thank you.
Alex's birthday, guys, was yesterday. So make sure and give him some birthday love in the chat.
I'm not 13, contrary to my voice and what people think on YouTube.
Oh, Alex, that's funny. Oh, gosh. Okay, you're 14. All right, fine. No, no. So here we are, and I see a lot of you guys here in the chat. We're like almost 50 people already, which is
My God.
pretty crazy for a morning stream, which I only do like once a week, but Alex, I think I mentioned to you before, it's really cool because I'm seeing names that I don't get to normally see,
Yeah.
mixed
Yeah.
in with those who are able to do the nighttime streams. So
Right.
pretty cool, pretty cool. I see Nerdbox in the house. What's going on, Dave? Patrick's here. Maddie, Jackie, Pluto, Jimmy. I see you there. Me, myself, in a movie. Welcome. Good morning. Love that name.
That's a good one.
Always love it. Val is here, of course. Thank you, Val. Scott and Dick Leakey says I'm so glad to catch a stream live. This is going to be so much fun. Awesome. I'm seeing. That's what I'm talking about. I'm so glad. Folks who get to come here that normally don't get to. That's great. I'm glad you're
Yeah.
here. Horror Bees in the house, and
Yeah, you try
Alex.
that one. You are
Alex,
all yours. Yeah.
help me out with this one. I don't want to butcher your name. I'm so sorry. I don't quite know how to pronounce this, but I want to tell you that I've seen your comments on some of my videos, and thank you. And I'm so glad that you're here on the live stream. And maybe if you have a nickname or something, or just help me understand your name, I would. I don't want to offend you or at all. So please, if you could put it in the chat and let me know, I would love to have just a little bit of help. And Stu Mocker Live, yes, 100%. I'm with you. Real quick, Gage is in the house. Bobby's breakdown. Bob Hunt's here. What's up? Davey, what's going on, Davey? And that's the magic question Alex and I are about to get into. That's the question of the day. You already got it up. What's up, Kyle? Did I read your comment from Screen 3 video, our last video? What's your opinion? I will double check, Kyle. I am maybe a little bit behind on, but I'll get. I promise you, I'll get to it.
Been a busy couple days.
It has really been busy. Poison Dragon, which is a pretty cool name. What's up, Poison Dragon? Welcome to the stream. All right, Stu Mocker. Gotta love it when Stu shows up. All right, guys. Let me make sure I'm caught up here. Apollo, what's up, Apollo and Elwood and Tara? Tara. Okay. I said hi to
I
Jackie.
hope you're in the movie a lot.
Me too, Tara. We need you. Carry this film. And Jason Dyer's here. What's up, Jason? And Conrad. All right. Okay, guys. If I missed your name, don't take it personal. I'm scrolling as quickly as I can. Oh, I did see one here. Elrina. Elrina. Well, hello from Ireland. Well,
Hello.
hello. Welcome. Glad you're here. Thanks for coming in. Make yourself at home. Alex and I are going to hang out with you guys for a little bit, and we're going to talk some Nev and some Scream and all kinds of good stuff. So, and Podcast and Kill, welcome. Okay, now, listen, Alex, what a
Yeah.
week we have had. So, I remember when and I'm not going to, we're going to not, blast anybody. We're not going to name names or nothing like that. We're not, guys know how we do things. We're here just to talk about what's going on. And so Alex, let's go back a little bit, maybe to Monday, I think it was.
Yeah.
So,
Or maybe it started on
or
Sunday,
Sunday,
but
started Sunday.
that gets into some sketchy territory with names. So,
That does.
but
And
it did start Sunday.
okay, fair enough. So it starts Sunday, and and I remember seeing, and I've actually got it here. I saved a screenshot of that initial
Yeah, yeah,
post, which I know that's what you're talking about.
yeah,
And I'm like, oh, come on, this is too much. This is fan fiction. This is not only leaking that she's back, but giving actual scene details, like they have a script in front of them and they're
yeah.
summarizing. I
Which
said,
would
I
be
don't buy
tough.
this.
Yeah,
What's
yeah,
that?
that'd be tough. That'd be tough to actually have. I don't know how you would know that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
exactly. I just don't. I just yeah. Same here. What's up, Heather? What's up, Carrie? I see you guys there as well. Welcome. So yeah, I saw that and I was like, this just does not pass the smell test, as I say. And I talked about it Monday night briefly on the live stream. I actually opened up with that. Well, let's fast forward, okay? I'm just kind of setting the stage, and I'm gonna let you dive in. So then if I fast forward for this to choose yesterday, I guess it was, and then I get people blowing up my message box
Yeah,
saying, "Hey, look, it's starting to get out now." Here's like Joe Blow had
yeah,
an
yeah, yeah,
article. So I'm like, okay. I said, well, hold on a second. I'm gonna start digging. So I pull up the Joe Blow article, and all I want to know is who's the source. Who's the
yeah.
source? Because they're just
Like,
reporting it,
yeah,
right? And I go down and I see the source, and it's the
yeah,
same one from Sunday.
yeah,
I say, okay, well then there you go.
yeah,
And then there was this weird shift, Alex, that happened, and all of a sudden people are starting to come out and say, "Hey, wait a minute,
yeah,
there are credible sources
yeah. That was
that are
pretty
saying
funny.
she's yeah, there and that she is in it. That there are people that and there's one in particular that I was talking to yesterday who I do respect and they're really careful with what they say, and they're like, hey, I believe it. I believe she's back. I think there's the source that told me is really credible, and they've never been wrong, kind of thing.
Yeah,
I'm like, well,
yeah,
now I'm sitting there like, maybe. And then people come out, Alex, and I heard now people are saying, wait a minute, wait. Credible
yeah.
sources
They have
say
counter sources. Yeah.
she's not in it. So tell me, and you put out some good videos, by the way. I want everybody to know, if you guys haven't subscribed to Alex at Podcast Now, all of you 52 amazing people that are here, you need to go do it. If you haven't done it already, you probably have. But if not, go check out Alex Podcast Now after this live stream.
We're
He's
pushing
got
for 65K. We got like 300 left.
Oh, come on, guys. Let's get him to 65. That's incredible. Man, so exciting. So, hey, he's put out a couple of really good videos. I just watched your newest one about it, your
Yeah.
follow up video, either last night, really, really, really late, or probably this morning, technically. So tell me, Alex, for everyone who hasn't seen your videos, where are you at with this right now? And let's
Yeah.
kind of start there.
So, yeah, without naming names, I mean the Sunday one. Well, man, it's because it's so tough. Like the Sunday
Hmm.
one, although everybody doesn't like the person and there's good reason, it's almost like that person was right and the sources are right and people are trying to distance themselves from him. You know what I mean? And so it's hard without
Hmm.
saying names, and I don't want to, and we won't. But
Yeah.
like it seems like that person was right. That's what and I don't really want that to be the case, but it does seem like that. They were right. Because then people were saying, well, this person did this, 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 but I have separate sources that also say the same thing. And it's like, all right, do you really mean you have the same source? That you know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
it's odd how people like responded to that is what I'll say. And then yeah, and then Monday obviously we had more people say yeah it's coming, and it wasn't just from that person, it was from and other even Critical Overlord, we can say that he's an awesome
Yeah.
guy. He was
Oh
the one who
yeah.
kind of blew it up, if we're being real. He's the one who kind of came out and was like, hey, I have a source that said it. Um,
Yes.
but the way even he has talked, he's not, he like believes the person, he believes the person believes they're right, but he's still kind of skeptical. That's the sense I get from Critical Overlord. Okay. And
Mm-hmm.
so, yeah. And then as time has gone on, now there's sources that are saying, no, it's not happening. So, I mean, the one thing I don't, and I said this to you, before we went on, one thing I don't want to happen is, can we please not have had, there better not be people purposely putting out fake stuff. I don't,
Oh,
there's no need. Okay, like I know Reddit, and I know as we get closer to the movie, we'll probably do videos on rumors that are fun and they're fun to discuss, but like they're probably just fanfic. Like they're not going to come true. There were loads of rumors for 5 that did not come true.
yes.
There
That's
was
right.
a, there was I think some people that did actually get it and got like the correct sequences and stuff, but there was a lot that was garbage, but it was still fun to talk about. Like I'm not, what I mean? Like it's okay
Mm-hmm.
for people to do that. But like for something like this, to like make it a whole shenanigans like online just for, I don't even know the reason, and then to say, like I was just messing with you, we just want to kind of stir up the Neve stuff. It's like
Uh,
let's get to the bottom of it. I I think she probably will be back. Based off the
okay.
amount of people that are saying it, because there are more people saying she is back than people saying she's not. So just by numbers, and I do think it'll only be like a cameo, like a one. Now, whether that
Mm-hmm.
was the original idea, see again, that goes into the fandom and like attacking each other. Like, was she
Yep.
only gonna be in it for a cameo, and she gets that cameo back? Was she gonna be in it for 10 minutes, and now she's in it for 2? Like, what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
what is the difference now between what she was going to have versus, and then that goes into what we had talked about. Why did she turn the offer down? Like, why was the money insulting? And that goes in.
Yeah.
It's so long. It's honestly very annoying. It's not necessary. It's not our fault. It's not real. It's not the chat. It's not the Scream fans. It's
Yeah.
Paramount. And maybe it's Nev. I don't like. It depends on the situation. It depends
Yeah.
on the situation, because if it comes out again, as we've said, $2 million for like 4 days of shooting, and she says no, I wanted 5 or I wanted 4. That
Yeah.
doesn't look all that great. You're still getting millions of dollars. You're gonna be.
Right.
There is the argument of your worth. What's your worth and your rate? But if you're there for a couple days to film a cameo, your rate is different than if you're in the movie. You know what I mean? So we'll
Yeah.
see. We'll see ultimately.
We will. We will. And here's my thing, man. And like I say, I'm going to be for everyone here in the chat. And now we're over 70 people, so this is amazing, you guys. Keep
Wow.
coming on and welcome to the channel, everyone who's
I
coming
hope I
in.
didn't scare them away with my hot take.
No, man, no. I have nothing else. They brought more people in, so you're doing good. You're doing great. Uh, here's I'm going to do a video on this actually when we get done. Literally when this stream is over, I'm going to record a video just about Nev, like kind of what we're talking about now,
Yeah.
in like a 10-minute or less cookie cutter version, not cookie cutter, but cookie size
Mark notes?
version. Yeah, yeah. So my thing is that if she's really back, here's why I'm still skeptical that this is real because of the incredible amount of heat or backlash
Yeah.
against the studio that has happened because of this. If I'm Paramount or Spyglass or these business executives who were behind this whole negotiating, if this was done and she's back, I want to come out and say, I want to be a hero now. See, right now, because right now they're the villain in
Yep.
this thing for the most part. And so if I'm them, I want to get this PR back on my side because I want everyone buying tickets. I want
Yeah.
everyone buying tickets and being excited. So I just that's the thing. That's the thing I wrestle with, Alex. If the studio is saying, "Hey, we want to keep this as a secret, like a surprise,"
Yeah.
I don't know that that makes sense to me
Yep, that's what I said in
because
the video
yeah,
yesterday. That was my big thing with the people. Even like, I'm not calling Critical Overlord out. He's the one. He could
yeah,
potentially be like the savior. But even
yeah,
to him, I like retweeted it and I was saying like it would be the dumbest decision possible to keep this hidden until the movie
right,
comes out. Because, like you said, you want to be a hero. You don't want to be the villain. You absolutely are the villain right now. Number two, you're never, and this is also the biggest thing. You're never gonna be able to hide it. If they think that
Yeah.
they're going to go into March 31st, people go into the movie theaters and they don't know by then, March 31st, that Neve Campbell's in the movie, they are nuts. She's going to
Yeah.
be spotted on set. Somebody's
Yeah.
going to slip in an interview, red carpet, the trailer, if it's from the same people who gave us the trailer for 5,
Oh
like
gosh.
it's going to so the and again, like I get it, the excitement, because I did see people say, well, you don't need to know everything about the movie before it comes out. That's not what I'm asking for.
Right.
Then you have the people that say, well, it could be a huge surprise. It would be a gigantic surprise. It would if it
Yeah.
didn't leak, which there's
Right.
0% chance that it wouldn't leak. Zero.
Exactly. It's true.
And of course, we'll be blamed. Other like the people that leak it, they'll be the ones in trouble from these fans. But that's what I truly believe. I agree. If we all went in March 30th, that Thursday night, and she's in, and we didn't know. I mean that, or we weren't sure. Like there were still conflicting rumors. That would be awesome. But that will
Yeah.
never happen. Never. We will know one way or the other at that point. Viewer Anon will tell people on Twitter,
Oh gosh.
or somebody
Yeah,
will see the
that's
movie a
true.
week and a half early.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna happen.
It's gonna
So
happen.
that argument, I don't think holds up. I think it falls apart because you can't
Yeah.
keep it hidden.
No.
And like you said, and like I've said, come out. You look awful. You look terrible,
Terrible
and you
right now.
haven't said anything still. So if you have her, then you better say you have her. And have her, more than that,
Mhm.
have her issue a statement as well. I think it needs to
Yes.
come from both. But yeah,
Yes.
so that is a huge caveat where it's like, yeah, I will be skeptical to the point that they announce it. They have to
Me
announce
too.
it.
Same here, man. I just, if it had ended in such a way, like, again, where she just says, "Oh, unfortunately, we just weren't able to
Yeah,
reach an agreement, but you guys go watch this movie. It's going to be great."
yeah,
Where it's that kind of thing,
yeah,
no one would even be really. It wouldn't be such a big deal. We'd be sad, I'm sure. We still have, we'd still be like, "Dang it, why didn't they figure it
yeah,
out?" But when the way she came out and just was like blasted them,
yep,
like they didn't pay me what I'm worth.
right.
I mean, if I just can't believe they would just sit on this. They would be like, press
Already
conference
to this
time.
point, it's nuts that how bad, and somebody needs to get fired from like they're the Scream Discord and Twitter and all that stuff. They're good. I don't think they're the ones that do the cast, like the deadline report, like leak it out to deadline or whatever. Whoever that person is needs to be fired because
Yeah,
I don't know why you didn't get out and announcing Hayden Panettiere is not necessarily getting out ahead of it. Because, I mean, it is.
no,
It's
it's
one of the
a little
sucks, but
bit.
it's not
Yeah,
facing you for the fact that you failed the negotiation with your star. But you know what I mean? It's I don't know. I don't know what they're doing at all.
yeah. Me either, man. And bye, Jackie. Yeah, we'll definitely check out the replay. Awesome. Have a good day. Take care. Yeah, man. That's the one thing that just I can't quite accept because it's hard for me to believe the studio would say, you know what, everyone hates us right now, but that's okay. We're
No
just gonna
biggie.
we're gonna let it be, and
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's possible, of course, but
Yeah, they could
I,
definitely do it. It's a
they
bad
could.
decision, but
It's a
they can do it.
terrible decision. Is well, even worse now, Alex, right? Because with these leaks, supposed this just makes it even
Yeah.
worse now because
Because what if people believe now they got her back and they still didn't? That
yeah,
makes it so. Yeah. I mean, man, I don't know.
I don't know.
Paramount would need to come out and say like she said it though. So maybe they're thinking, well, she said she's not back. Why do we have to say she's not back? At this
Hmm.
point, if the rumors get too big that she is returning, maybe Paramount does need to come out and say, no, she said it. Now we're saying it. She's not in it. Now that
Yeah,
makes them look even worse, but at least it stops the Twitter hype thing which is not necessarily bad. It's good. In
yeah,
fact, maybe they feel good about it. They're like,
they
man, people are
might.
still excited, even
Yeah,
though even though we screwed her over. People are still pumped about it. I don't because they're coming up with rumors and stuff. But again, like these are credible people with credible leaks that, like you said, I think Critical Overlord said that too. The person who told him has never
hmm,
gotten the thing wrong. So
wow.
and that's another
That's
person, right? So, and I don't know
that's
how
another
many.
person.
That's the fun thing though. How many of these insiders exist? Are there like 12? Are there 2? And they just keep saying that over and over,
Right?
but it's the same 2 people.
A good point. I mean, how
Like,
many?
how many
Yeah,
people know this stuff? Probably not a lot, to be honest. There's no way it's that many people.
you no, I can't imagine. I mean, you have Nev's people obviously would know, and then you've got the producers, all the guys that are the heads and all that, and
Yeah.
then radio silence. But I mean, you're still talking about a handful of
Yeah.
people.
And I don't think they're the ones that talk to the people that we see on Twitter. It must be somebody that they tell that then tell other people. I don't know.
Right.
I
Yeah,
really,
yeah. Like how you leak it out, say, hey man, our
yeah.
camp says, hey, go start
Yeah,
go start
but
putting
that's
this
the
out
thing.
there.
Like in the gaming industry, I've never said names, but in the gaming industry, I found a cool thing once in a slightly bad way where it is that where there's one person that like gets a lot of stuff wrong, one person gets a lot of stuff right. I think they like vet through it. But then I found out that the person who gets a lot of stuff wrong, he actually told the other insider that's also visible on Twitter something. So like, it's the same person even though
Mm-hmm.
it's two different accounts, it's the same insider that they say, "Oh, an insider told me." It's still the same person, even though now two
Uh,
people said. And I found that do
yes.
a deep dive, which I've never said the names, and I won't. But that's I mean, that's a thing where I don't know how many people are out. So when people say, "Well, there's one credible insider that says it," one credible insider says she's not in it. How many how many people do you
Yeah.
talk to?
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's what I mentioned earlier about the whole Joe Blow thing. Because like when I
Yeah,
saw the article, I'm like, okay, well, hold on a minute. Maybe they've got a different source. That's like
yeah.
a real like. And
No,
no, it's the same.
a
The
lot of
same
the
one.
articles written were off the Sunday guy.
Yes.
Almost all the articles. So
Yep.
yeah, I was hoping for that too. Can we get Bloody Disgusting that comes out that says, "Hey, we have our
Yeah.
own." Why
Oh
are the
yeah.
Twitter people doing more work? That just makes the article industry look worse than it already is. How behind the times they are. We're doing the work for them,
It
basically.
does. No, it totally does. It and like you say, if we get a bloody disgusting a deadline, a Hollywood
Yeah,
Reporter, okay, then all right. Now I'm listening. I mean, like I'm really listening now.
yeah,
Like this is like okay, hold on a minute, but yeah, I just we haven't gotten that, and that's the thing. It's just these other outlets that are reporting again. One sees one and they grab and they go running with it and they go run with it, and you know I said it on Monday night, and consider the source. It's always that phrase
yeah,
you always hear,
yeah.
but it's interesting, man.
It's
It
fun.
continue.
I mean, it's fun. It's stuff that's going on. It is annoying to an extent, and but you
Yeah.
still have to. But it does make sense at its base level. I mean, it's what everybody you've said. Like you want to get her back. There's no way they hadn't at least tried. I imagine for at least a day, whether it was yesterday or 2 weeks ago. Just woke up from a nap. My God. I mean, like the day after Nev did that statement. I
Yeah.
assume one of those days over the last 3 weeks, they did
Hmm.
try. It would be so dumb to not try at least. And that could just be one phone call, but it
Yep.
had to have happened. Now, did that one phone call lead to an apology and a raise? And then she's back. It could have. It
Yeah.
easily could have. Or
It could
could
have.
it have progressed into more talks? Yeah. And the filming's not over. There's still a month and a half left. People still haven't even been spotted on set. Is
Hmm.
Kirby going to be in the movie for 5 minutes? Probably. She's not there.
Probably. Yeah.
You
She's
know what
not
I
there
mean?
yet. Gail's not even there yet. She's in
Yeah,
London.
Courtney. Yeah, so it's yeah. So these people are not going to be in the movie much, which is kind of disappointing. But that means there's still time for Nev. She could come in the last week for all
That's
we know.
true. That's right. They could be working this, trying to work this out even now as we're talking right now.
Yeah,
They could be negotiating back and forth still to
yeah,
try to mend these bridges. Uh, Jen had a comment that I noticed here, and I think it makes sense. What I would like is for
yes.
Nev to come out and just state the bridge with Paramount's been repaired, and that's it. That's all you need to
That's
say.
yes. That would
Elvis,
actually be perfect. You
yeah,
don't even have to say you're in the movie. You just
no,
say we worked out the problem and we're good. Because now people can go wild with the
yep,
rumors. You know what I
that's
mean?
right.
That's a perfect response.
It is, and because then that means, well, could she be in six, or maybe that means she's coming
7.
in
Yeah.
seven? Yeah, maybe she's not. What? We could just have Alex. You and I could do a whole live stream on that
Yeah.
topic if we do that would be really good.
Yeah,
So
no, that's
I
that's the
yeah,
perfect
yeah,
like lawyery by the book kind of statement that you can put out. It really is.
it is. It's very. high
But it needs to
level.
come from her. It can't come from Paramount. That kind of
Yeah,
wording needs to come
right.
from her.
It's so true. And just real quick on a sidebar, guys, we've got 80 people in
Oh my
on the
god.
live stream, but guys, we've only got 47 likes. That's like barely half. So come on, guys, do me a favor. It will really help out the live stream, even get to more people right now. Just click that thumbs up button. It takes less than 2 seconds. Just move your mouse or tap with your finger, and you're done. That helps out the stream. It will literally make it go out to more people right now as we are on the air, if you will,
That's
streaming.
factual. That's true.
Yes, it helps it
And
immensely.
people say people don't care about Neve Campbell. You serious? You title something in a live stream Neve and people come. So
That's it.
I don't want to
Nev.
hear that there's nobody that cares that she's not in it.
Exactly. That's right. No, there. This is big. This is for the screen community. This is huge. And you guys are. Hey, there you go. We're up to 55 likes. See, it's already going
There
up.
we go.
Thank you guys. Let's keep it going. Let's at least get into the 70s here. Come on, guys. We can do this.
People
We
just
can.
refuse for me. They just refuse.
Oh, hey man, we got to give it a shot. We got to give it a shot. Uh, but yeah, it's true. There are a lot of people that care about Nev,
Yeah.
and it is proof of it. It really every time we do it. Now, one thing I want to address, and I've seen a few people mention it here in the live stream already, is this idea of this being a hoax, a a planned publicity stunt, and and Alex, I have strong thoughts on it, and I
I
want to hear your thoughts first,
yeah.
and then I'll share mine, and I think they're going to be similar. I
Yeah, they're
suspect.
probably the exact same.
Yeah.
My response has always been, you just don't do something this stupid, like on purpose. This is not the same as Andrew Garfield saying, "I'm not in Spider-Man." That was a
Yeah.
joke. Well, that was like so easily considering it was literally leaked. You saw him.
Hmm.
Then it was like, well, it's photoshopped. It's not photoshopped, but okay. I remember like keeping up with that entire thing. It's like, he's totally in the movie. And but like he was fine with Sony, even though actually they canceled his third movie. He was actually still fine with Sony when it came to Spider-Man, No Way Home. So like you don't blast. And I guess maybe you can make the argument like, well, it depends on how you read her statements. Like maybe people read it too aggressively. I think she meant it pretty aggressively. I think now
Yeah.
whether it was a plot to get more money, I think that's what Critical
Hmm.
Overlord thinks, that it was like to get a publicity stunt to put pressure on them to pay her more. Could be, but she still blasted them, and in fact that helps the argument because like she was still aggressive on purpose so that they would pay her more. So that's what I think. I just can't imagine you because and as I've said, Nev gets hurt by this because to
Yeah.
some she's a millionaire who
Yep.
looks spoiled because she wants more money. Some people legitimately think that, which is fine. I don't think it right now. We've said, about the cameo stuff. It may actually go into that category depending on who got screwed over. But right now, like, she doesn't look bad to me, but she does look bad. So she gets hurt by it. Paramount looks awful. Like they get destroyed. And then Scream, the brand, takes a huge hit too. Like it or hate it. Scream. So why
It
would you do
does.
that for a hoax? That's the
Yeah.
so I
Yeah.
assume yours will be similar, but that's my thing. Every single party involved got hurt by this. You don't do that to say, "Gotcha, we gotcha."
Yeah.
No, because some damage will still stay no matter what, and
That's
that
right.
didn't happen for Spider-Man: No Way Home because it's like, well, we don't know if it's a multiverse movie or I guess if the Spider-Men are coming back. So
No.
that's my thoughts.
Yeah, man. No, you nailed it. Absolutely. And Uh, there's just there's no the way it was done would not have been done as a stunt. If you're going to be in a joint thing where hey guys, let's do something fun,
Yeah.
you're not gonna say something that is so polarizing as talking about salary and bringing in gender
Oh
pay.
yeah. Oh my God.
This man, I mean, there are certain topics that you better be careful
Yeah.
because you just better be careful. That's all I'm going to say. And they would have done it I would have to think in a much much better way where no one's really bad. It's not like I said earlier, like coming out, hey Nev, we're gonna lock you in. We're done. Now here's what I want to do. How about issue a statement? just saying how, you after considering returning, you decide you're going to go ahead and sit, you're going to go ahead and not return, and
Or even like you
again,
were just about to say, sit this out. That's
let's
still
sit this out.
mine. That doesn't look bad when you say that. I'm gonna sit it
No,
out. You don't say anything about like a quality of the film. You
no,
don't say if you're coming back for 7 or not. Because it was almost a goodbye to Sydney in that statement.
hmm
You're right. She talked about gender. That looks bad for Paramount, right? So it's like, yeah, you don't bring in those certain things if
no,
it's like it's an interview on the red, like she gets interviewed at Twisted Metal or something and she says something
right?
like witty. That's what you would do, not this.
No, no, not this. And and then what it would have been really cool if that was true though, where we're like, oh, and she's really supportive of the movie.
Yeah.
Like I said earlier, hey, go watch it. It's a great movie. It's a great script.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, guess what? She shows up on the movie next
Right.
March. We would be like blown away, amazing. They pulled the wool. They fooled us.
Yeah.
But this isn't that. This is not that. This is slamming these executives for not paying her worth, and as a woman, I'm telling you guys, this is not the way we would see it done. I believe if it was a hoax.
Or
I just
somebody just
can't.
had a really bold idea and they're like,
Wow.
let's go all the way in. She's like, are you
I
sure
mean,
about this? I really don't know. This is
maybe.
going to hurt everybody. And they're like, do it.
Yeah, yeah, it's gonna hurt. Yeah, because it hurts Nev too. That's the thing.
Yeah.
You
Because
know.
I see comments. I see people say, why are
Yeah.
we defending a Hollywood, like a rich person? And it's like, and I've said this to you, I would
hmm
actually agree 99% of the time. I hate the idea of agreeing with it. But Nev comes across as just a normal mother who does have more
Yeah.
money than me, but just a normal person. And she comes across as somebody who it's her franchise. Whether or not she's the main lead now doesn't, and I hate that argument that people she's not the lead. It's her franchise. It's been
yeah.
her franchise for 20 years. You know what I mean? So it's like you deserve something for that. So I don't look at it like that, but I see comments in every Nev video I make, at least a couple, 2 or 3, that don't like her. So and
It's
that's
true.
that's a small I guess sample size. I'm sure there's more people that I'm sure don't like her if you spread it out. So yeah, that's worrisome if you're her. You don't want that. You wouldn't
No.
purposely do that.
No way. I 100% agree, man. It's just not the way to go about it. And I saw, I've been I'm skimming through the comments as we're talking,
Oh
and
my god.
Kevin says, "Got to remember, didn't City look? They're going all out to subvert expectations. They did. I just don't think necessarily
Did
this
they
is
pitch
what.
that to the executives?
I mean, yeah. I don't know. Um,
That's a good
and
point. I mean, I
it is
guess
a good
that's
point.
possible.
I mean, yeah. This would be an extreme way to do it. Hey, look, drag us through the mud, make yourself look questionable, and let's get people talking. I mean, I don't know.
It did get well. Can I ask you a question on your own live stream? Can we
Of
revert?
course,
So
yeah,
I don't agree with the all publicity is good. I don't agree with that. What do you
no,
think with that argument that people say? Well, people talking about the
yeah,
movie that's still. What do you think?
no, man. I think you're right. I think there
Like
is
when a
bad
person gets
publicity.
canceled, or like a Johnny
Right,
Depp thing, that's
right.
publicity. That's not good publicity.
No,
Even
I
though
was
people
about
are
to
talking
say.
about him, he's
That's
gone. He's
right.
canceled. So I don't
Yeah, man.
agree with that. I
No.
know it's a quote, like it's a saying, but I've never really actually agreed with it.
Yeah. No, I don't either because there's some publicity that yeah, you lose job, like you lose your livelihood,
Yeah.
if it's publicized and things. So no, I agree, man. I think that not all publicity is equal.
Yeah.
And I again, it's hard for me to believe that, especially when we're talking about these Hollywood executives, these business executives and celebrities, they live in a world, Alex, that you and I don't really live in. Like we coexist in the planet on planet Earth,
Planet Earth. Yeah.
but that's about the closest we can get to that world that they're in. And
That's very
so
true.
it's and I don't think Nev has never displayed any type of behavior like this or personality traits where she would deliberately do this.
Yeah.
It just seems so out of
Well,
character.
did you see the rumors? And it came from this. that she was also lowballed in 5. Did you see that? Because that's been spreading around.
Oh,
Critical Overlord told me that as well. That the rumor is, and this isn't like from him. I guess this was something that was spreading around the internet that he saw. The rumor is they want all of them back in 5, but they actually gave her less money too. They lowballed her in 5, and she took it just because she liked the idea and she wanted to come back. So they lowballed her
mm,
2 times in a row, and that's what maybe led to her exploding on them online. I very much believe that.
wow.
I very
Yeah.
much believe that's possible. Although she did that interview with Jamie Lee Curtis, right, where she
Yep.
talked about money. I feel like she would have brought it up there. So I guess that's like the one thing that doesn't exactly make, if you remember that interview, but she talked about how what she didn't make a lot of money, and then like 2 and 3 she made a good amount, I think is what she said, and then 4 she like really got a good deal with back end and stuff. So she was talking about money as part of that interview. She never mentioned being lowballed in 5, but again, and that was a month before she went on set. So maybe she's like, well, again, I was lowballed here, but maybe I'll get more later. And I
Yep.
like what's happening with 5, so I'm not going to talk down to it. I think that's very possible that that could have happened.
Well, you know what? It is. I think it is possible. And real quick, Carrie's about to head out, but she sent in a super chat. Carrie, I see. I want to get this where you left. We're like the field of screams. If you nev it, they will come. Love you
Wow.
guys. Love the Craven Haven. Thank you, Carrie, for your super chat and for coming in on your break at work today. Appreciate it. Have a great rest of the day. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. And as always, thanks for your support. Much appreciated. All right. That's awesome. Thanks, Carrie. So cool. And real quick, before we get back to the Nev talk, we did get another super chat came through from Heather. What's up, Heather? Do you see the Hocus Pocus 2 trailer? What do you think?
I
I
actually
have.
did.
Did you see it? Good. I haven't seen it, so I can't talk. Alex, what did you think about it? I haven't
Well,
seen it
I'm
yet.
not a yeah. Well, it's oddly funny that I actually watched it, but I don't care too much about it. I mean, it looked fine. I don't really have a lot of confidence with those kind of movies bringing them back. I feel like oftentimes you disrespect the characters, you do something bad. So I put it like 50, but it looked fine. Definitely looked fine. I think it's isn't it coming out on Disney Plus? It's not a movie that goes to the
Oh,
theaters.
okay. I
You know what
didn't
I'm in?
know.
I want Disenchanted, the sequel to Enchanted with Amy Adams. That's the one I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to. That's
Oh
the one I
man.
want.
With Disney Plus, now they can do. Not that they couldn't do anything they want anyway. They got their pockets are endless. It seems like over there with Disney and ESPN, the whole, the
Yeah,
whole thing. But I'd be down for that, man.
yeah,
Sure. Tatum, thank you, or Heather, rather, thank you so much for your super chat. I will watch the trailer today and let you know. I haven't seen it. Didn't even know there was a sequel out for it or coming out for it.
yeah.
So
I think
it's
it
good to
released
know.
yesterday. I think.
Man, well, it's a good thing, Alex, that we have people that help us remember these things.
Well, I didn't know you wanted to get involved with the discussion, Mr. Helper.
I
See,
like that one.
that's little Sam Kennison there. um, and then I see Samantha earlier said I saw Black Phone yesterday. Awesome, Samantha. I hope you enjoyed it. I have not seen it,
Me neither.
and Alex, have you seen it yet?
No. Remember, I said
No.
on the Lethal Collective, I'm not going to see it until all the
Oh,
lights are on. I'm not seeing.
that's right.
I'm
I
not
remember
doing it.
that now. I forgot about that. Yeah, man. Um,
I watched a review. Well, I think I know what happens, so I'm not going to say it, but I know what
yeah,
happens.
yeah.
But that'll be fine
Ah,
because again, I'm a big baby with that stuff, so I'd like to know.
I
Scream is the
love it.
only one I'll tolerate, to be honest.
Oh
Maybe
yeah,
Halloween. I'm probably gonna see Halloween Ends just so I can do a review on it or something.
dude. Yes, you got to. You saw Halloween Kills, right? You saw
Yeah,
the. Yeah, man, totally.
yeah.
And look at here, Bobby's coming in with a $2 super chat. I can't wait for it. To see, there you go, Alex.
Look
You're
at
not
that. I'm
alone.
not alone.
No,
The behind the scenes set photos look awesome. So and Patrick
dude.
Dempsey, right? So he's in it. He's
Is he
gotten a little bit
really?
older, but
Wow, that's awesome, man.
yeah.
Hey, so guys, how are we doing in the chat here? We're at about 80 people. We're at 67. Alex, the gap is closing on our thumbs up.
That's an acceptable gap, I
It's
think.
it's it's getting there. Yep. So, but we got to get in the 70s. Remember that was what we started. We got to get into the 70s. So, guys, look, there's 82 people. Get that thumbs up
You,
button. Smash
you
that,
know,
please.
I heard on. I feel like you've told me this before, but I heard on the collective that you said you were what's the call center manager,
Oh,
and
for
like,
years.
and I
Yeah,
feel
man.
like I feel like I heard you say that before, but I forgot it up until Monday. And then I thought, the way he talks, definitely, like I can tell now that I know, it's like you got that voice. Like I said, you're easy to listen to, and you're kind of like persuasive. And now I
Oh,
understand why you are like that.
oh,
It's
well,
actually
thank
it
you.
was very. When I heard you say that, I was like, I get it now. I
Yeah,
understand.
it all makes sense. It all
Yeah.
comes together. Oh man, that's awesome. Bobby, thank you, man, for your super chat. I really appreciate your support as always. And real quick for Bobby's super chat, let's do a Bobo, Alex. Let's get a Bobo going. How about we'll go Bobo one? Here we go. Crank it up.
I'm gonna make your bubba bounce right now.
You gotta love the thigh grabber, grabbing the thighs and just screaming. I love that. Oh my gosh! All right, and guys, if you have a question for Alex or me, this is the time to do it. If you have one that you really want to make sure we get addressed, be sure and send in a super chat. They go to the front of the line, and we'll get to as many as we possibly can. As we're now approaching almost 90 people in the live chat,
They must have liked the enchanted talk.
I think we need to talk more enchanted because you're right. I think we get to 100
It's
people if
honestly
we
a
keep that
classic.
going. Michael says, "Sorry, I'm late." Hey, don't worry. You're good. You're good. We Alex and I've got a little bit longer. We've probably got about another maybe 15 minutes, and then we're gonna probably call it a morning. I know that some of you guys are crying right now about that, and I'm so sorry, but life calls. Things happen. We got to get stuff going. Got things going, but we wanted to make some time this morning for all of you. And all right, so the thing is, Alex, I'm going to ask you this, brass tacks, if you will, end of the day, right now, if you had to say where you stand, where do you really stand right now? If you had to put a wager on it, if you had to, or better yet, maybe go with percentages, make it easier.
Oh yeah, like a
What,
bet. I do sports betting.
oh, okay then. All right, then all right.
No, I honestly think it's actually rather high. I would say it's high that you get her back.
Okay.
70, 80, 90%. I do. I think she
Wow.
would be a bit. I just can't imagine you let it be this bad without trying. And I think celebrities generally are not even necessarily forgiving types, more like forgetful types, where they will conveniently forget what's happened to them. I believe that. In fact, that's
Yeah.
what I'm rooting for with like a Johnny Depp. That hopefully he forgives, but he also just forgets the garbage Disney did to him, and he comes back.
Yeah, I hope
So
so.
I believe, but I think celebrities are that way, where like a simple apology is enough. It's a money business. You're going to get paid millions of dollars. You let things go. You Dumbledore it out of your mind. You say that never happened. And so I think as long if they tried, if they offered her maybe a little bit more, they apologized. I think it's possible. So and the rumor, I am letting the rumors like take over. I mean, these people would look so bad to me. That's another thing that's why I like reporting on rumors and leaks. I do it for gaming literally like every day, but I'm not one myself because if this backfires, I mean, these people look bad, real
Yeah.
bad. Critical Overlord would look real, and I like the guy a ton. He's
Oh
one of the
yeah.
first screen people I reached out to him. I talked to him.
Yeah,
One of
we
the first
talk as
ones.
well. He's
But
he's a good guy.
he'd look bad, real bad. That's just how it is. So I hope they know that, which I think they do, and that they would not do these kind of rumors knowing it could come back and hurt them in the way that it could. So I guess I'm putting my faith in that all these people don't want their reputations ruined. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Plus
kind
the fact that
of.
I think Paramount probably did try after she roasted them online. I think they're like, oh shoot, we got to give it one more
Hmm.
go. And who
Yep.
knows where that, like she's filming Twisted Metal. We don't even know like where she is right now. You know what I mean?
Nope. No.
She is filming the show. I imagine because it started like end of May. Probably goes for like 2 or so months. It's going to be like a short series kind of thing. By the way, that Twisted Metal show I think is honestly going to be pretty good.
I'm
I'll
excited
be
about
reviewing
that.
it and I'll do that stuff on the channel.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think it's possible.
Yeah, very much. It's very possible. Man. Oh, and by the way, She does have one convention appearance in July,
Yes.
but it's like July 9th or 8th, 9th or
I think
10th.
doesn't she have like she has like one a month, right? She had one in June. She has one in July. I think she has one in like mid-August as
I
well.
think it's in mid-August. So it's after they finish shooting 6.
Yeah.
She's got an appearance, but
That'll
she does have
that'll
this.
be good.
Oh my
Somebody needs
gosh.
to go to that.
Yeah, or even the one in July. Even
Yeah.
I mean, can you imagine? Whoever's going to these, I got to look and see which conference or convention. But somebody, if anyone can go and
Be
get
the
any
brave
kind of
soul to ask Nev a question.
yeah. Oh, here we go. Dave's coming in with it. Monster
Mania.
Mania in August. There you go. That's the August
They all
convention.
have so similar names. Wasn't there a Monster Palooza? Is that what one
Monster
of them was?
Palooza? Yep,
They're all
there
so
was.
closely named.
Oh my gosh. Look at here. Dave's gonna be there. There you
you're our
go.
guy.
Dave, you are the man. You are the man, brother. You got to find out, man.
Be nice. Be very,
nice.
yeah,
Yep.
don't force it, but just
Nope.
float it out there.
Put it out there. All of your inquisitive, talented skills, and Nerdbox. And Dave's got a great channel over at Nerdbox. I did a collaboration on his
nice.
channel on the top 5 things we want to see in Scream 6.
Oh, yes.
And came out a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
So if you guys haven't subscribed to Nerdbox, you guys need to go. You need to go subscribe. Really good content. Channel's blowing up.
If he breaks
And-
the news, he will get more subscribers.
Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, it's going to be huge. So, so Dave's got a great channel, guys. Go check out Nerdbox after the stream. After you go to check out Podcasts Now and subscribe, then go to Nerdbox and check out Dave's channel. He's got good stuff over there. And Dave says, "I got you," and we'll be at the Q&A. Well, there you go. Yeah. All right, man. That's
I don't
what
know.
I'm talking about.
What would she, man? If she's tight-lipped, I'd almost look at that as a positive. In fact, I think I would, right? Because if she's light-lipped,
yeah.
Well, it depends on what she says. If
what
she's
she says.
light-lipped, then she'll say it, and we'll know the answer. But if she
Yes.
says, I can't answer that, or I won't answer it, it's like, well, are you in negotiations? Did you already negotiate? Because then you wouldn't be able to talk about, you know what I mean? So maybe her not answering would also be, you could read into it.
Yeah, absolutely. You could go, and that's what body language is key.
Yeah.
Body language. Read the body language. Bobby's going too. Oh my gosh, Bobby's gonna. Okay, man.
Somebody's gonna get her.
Somebody, one of you guys, come on, man. You guys have got to get this. He says if I get kicked out for constantly asking, we'll keep it down. Oh, don't go down swinging. Bobby, good. All right, so between Dave at Nerdbox, Bobby here on the channel, one of my Cravenites, and heck, there could be more people going here that we'll find out about too.
Yeah. And they'll be labeled liars on Twitter.
Oh, of course. There'll be Master Chaos TV, poor guy, Jose, breaking the news and just being crucified
That was
over
embarrassing.
it. Oh,
honestly.
man. But you know what? He was vindicated. That was so good. I was so happy. And you know what else makes me amazingly happy is when you guys are so generous with your super chats. Look at here. Jen Warner coming in with a $2 super chat. Have you heard more about the Scream TV show?
Other than it went to Paramount, or what's going, right? Paramount.
Yeah, Paramount Plus is, and no, Jen, I have not even had a chance to look at that yet.
People are reading into it that because Paramount Plus is absorbing it, that they'll do more. I guess that's a way you can look at it. I look at it as it's their property that they're taking back, which is from Netflix, which over the last year and a half, everybody's taken their properties back from Netflix. That's why Netflix is dying, is because people are like, well, we have our own service. You have all our stuff. So when the contract's done, we're taking it back. Honestly, that is the base reason why Scream is gone. Now, could they be doing more after it? Sure. But that's the main reason to me.
Well, and that's the other thing too is, and a lot of times people want to protect their property, right? And so it's very possible that they could be purchasing these rights just to lock them up in the box.
Yeah.
Like, it's ours.
You get 20 people that'll leave Netflix because ultimately it's about the subscription service and the money. If you have Scream, will that be enough to get 20 people to come over? And that's 20 more subscriptions.
True.
That's ultimately what I think, because if you leave it on Netflix, yeah, you get a money, like they'll give you however many million to keep it on Netflix, but the subscriptions are staying on Netflix. They're not
Yeah.
coming to Paramount Plus.
No, they're not.
And Paramount Plus is not a very strong. Not that Scream, I think, is gonna like make it the biggest thing in the world, but Paramount Plus is one of the weaker subscription services out there.
Paramount Plus, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I've got it. I've had it for over a year now because a lot of the shows that I like to watch with my family are on CBS because it used to be
Yeah.
called CBS All
Yeah.
Access,
Yeah.
and
The
then
name changes, man.
they changed it. It was so funny because I remember hearing about Paramount Plus was coming. I'm like, oh gosh, another one. And then one day I logged into Prime to go to CBS All Access, and it says Paramount Plus, and I'm like, oh, I got Paramount Plus. I didn't even know that. And I realized it was all changed over.
My God.
Anyway, yeah. So Jen, thank you for your super chat, and I will definitely get back with you as if I find any more information. I'll do a video on it, but it could be to make more shows, or as we just said, it could be so that no one else makes more shows.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I want
think-
more show. I think
I do too.
depends on 6. Depends on how good 6 is. They may be waiting for that. I don't know why you'd wait for that because then you can only do like one season and then you'd get to 7 and then it'd be over and then the show would be like MTV's where it wouldn't have a movie to help it and it would die of a
That's
really
true.
bad death that nobody
Well,
watches. Not that it's a bad show that nobody watches it.
Well, that's the other thing, man. Is the timing. If Paramount Plus's intent is to actually make new content for Scream TV,
Yeah.
then you would think they would want to start production pretty in the fall or something, or
Yeah. Like film, yeah.
it-
Can we
try
film it
to.
now? And
yeah. Let's get this.
But we haven't
thing
heard
going.
any, which tells me it's not actually considering we haven't heard a single thing. There's no way it's filming in the fall, which
Yeah.
means maybe the spring,
Spring.
and that would be around 6. Then the question is, how much time is in between 6 and 7? Do they only do a year, 2 years? I
Yeah.
don't know.
I mean, and I guess it depends too. Like, hopefully, it'll all go well, and we'll get a Scream 8,
Yeah.
9, and 10. We'll get a new trilogy that,
I think you have to take a break. I mean, you can't do them yearly every.
No, you'll.
So even if you wanted to do 3 years in a row, 5, 6, 7, 7, I feel like you'd have people kind of burnt out no matter what, if it's good or bad. And you maybe 3 years is enough time to.
Yeah. Well,
think
that's
like-
what it was for Scream 3. Remember? Because
Yeah.
there was Scream was December 96, Scream 2 December 97, and then we got Scream 3 February 2000. So they took a 2.5 year break
Yeah.
between those. And
I don't know. I don't know if they would do. That's the thing, though.
Uh-huh.
Would they do that again in between 6 and 7? And if they did do an 8, is there a big break between 7 and 8?
7 and
I
8.
think there has to be a break between 7 and 8. There doesn't have to be between 6 and 7. It depends
Yes.
probably depends on how good 6 is, how busy their schedules are. But I feel like you'd want to. I don't know. It feels like their strategy is strike while the iron is hot.
It
But yet
does.
again, that's what 1 and 2 did. And so now
Yep.
they're doing this. So are they also
Yep.
going to take the same break? Or maybe they say, no, we got to yearly. We got to get these things out. Because if we wait longer, maybe we're going to lose the excitement. Which there
Right.
could be something to that. I
Something
don't know,
to
though.
that, but
I
it's-
don't know if that's true.
I don't either. And it's the balancing thing, right? Because you hit while the iron's hot, which is what they're doing with 7 or 6 rather. Excuse me. Obviously, they're like, let's go. And then, but at some point, if you keep that pace up, no one's going to care. I mean, I shouldn't say that. We are going to care. I'm going to care.
Yeah.
We're going to care. Everyone on this stream's going to care. But you're going to oversaturate the general movie pop.
Yeah, one of those times the movie's box office will fall, or
Yes.
you're rushing the creative team, so the script is
Yep.
rushed, or it's lazily written. So something would fall apart if you did it yearly.
Yeah, it's too much.
yeah.
But the TV show can supplement
True.
in that way.
Maybe that's their plan. Maybe that really could be
Yeah.
TV show late next year into
Yep.
2024. Scream 7 is 2025, so it'd be 2 years after. I think 2 years is enough. You don't have to
I
do
think
3.
so.
You don't have to do 1.
Yeah, 2 years is good. No, that's a good little break. Real quick for Jen, thank you for your super chat. And I have a bubble for you as well.
Gonna make your bubbles bounce. Get ready.
Real quick, Alex, I know we're getting ready to wrap here in just a little bit. I may go a little bit longer after Alex leaves, just because we're still like 80 people. But Alex may have to leave here in a little bit. We'll see what happens. Real quick, Bobby, with a $2 super chat, I bought her photo op. I'm legit gonna ask her. All right, man. Bobby, you are a soldier on the ground to find out what she says. I will be very excited to find out what her response is. And remember what I said earlier: watch for body language. Very important.
She does that often. I mean, not only the thing to master cast, but I feel like she does speak with her body a pretty okay amount.
Yeah,
So.
same. Yeah, and like you're right. Jose noticed it right away how she kind of got cringed up. MC, so I'm telling you, watch for those things. That could be revealing. That could be revealing. And let's see here. Here you go, Bobby. Let's do a little trumpet bobo.
Gonna make your butt bomb bounce. Here I'm come.
Alex, you ever done a bobo bounce, a bobo dance?
Nope.
And you're like, and I'm never going to.
I wonder how much they got paid for that. I would never.
Not enough, probably.
No, probably not.
And Bob is coming right back with a $5 super chat. Bobby, thank you so much, man. Last one, okay. But Craven, you know how badly I want the TV show back. Please, 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 Paramount. Yes, Bobby is.
I want it back
probably-
too, like really badly.
Oh yeah, and Bobby's probably the biggest screen TV series fan that I
no.
know I know of. There may be some others, but haven't voiced it as loudly. But Bobby is hardcore. He knows that show inside and out, and I loved it too. The first 2 seasons, very, very good, I thought. And
Oh yeah, there's only 2 seasons. Let's
there you
fool
go.
ourselves into thinking there was 3.
There was nothing else. Yes. I hope so too, Bobby. I really do, man. If they make this thing happen, I think it'd be great. My only question is, how many of the original Lakewood cast could they really get back? Can they get Willa Fitzgerald back for Emma and Bex for Audrey? Yeah. And then Noah and Brooke. Those are your really the core 4. I'm going to use it again. The core 4, which is spreading all over YouTube channels that I watch. I'm like, look at them, core 4. I love it. I was like, I'm going to start this thing up. But anyway, I don't know, Alex, if they can get all them back now, what they're doing, who knows? And
Yeah. I honestly always come down to, I think it's just how much they'd want them. I feel like you can. It'd be not that hard if you really want it. If you're going to go lazy, which honestly, it seems like that's the scary thing. Do you want the Paramount right now that just shunned Neve to try to redo this? Because they're going to get like 1 out of the 4 and say, we got him back. It's like a band restarting with one of the 4 members and they call it the same name. Which actually my favorite band of all time did do something similar to that, but I will forgive them. But it really would be like that. Well, we got Willa back, but nobody else, or not even. We didn't get the main star, and we didn't get Willa Fitzgerald as Emma back. But we got Mike Vaughn. It's like, okay, cool.
Yeah, cool.
He's great. He would need to be a package
He's
deal.
great.
But like,
gotta
if you
have
him
him.
and nobody else, then I don't know. I don't think now's the right time for this Paramount executive group to be throwing offers at people.
Dude, that's a good point, man.
I never thought of it until right now.
Yeah, same. No, that's very good point. They may if these same people are negotiating to try to get Emma back and Bex, who played talking about Audrey, and Brooke. 3 of the 4 survivors are women. I don't know, man. That doesn't look too good. I don't know. I'm just saying. I don't know. Bobby, thank you so much, man. And look, I want it back too. I do want it back too. If they can get Emma, you got to at least have Emma back. And arguably you could say you really need them all, but I think Emma and Noah, for me, this is a matter of opinion. Emma and Noah, I could go with just those 2 and build a new cast. If it were me, I could accept that. Everyone has their favorites. So, did you have any favorites from that first season?
Yeah, Emma is a strong final girl. I like Noah quite a bit. Brooke, I thought was good. I like the little journey she went on in season 2. So probably
Hmm.
those 3. I mean, they're all pretty okay.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, but
definitely.
but the thing is, like, we also remember there was like not even a leak. The showrunners talked about what a season 3 and 4 would be. Like, we know. That's always
Hmm.
the interesting thing with those shows is like, well, now if you actually do it, well, maybe it makes it less likely that you do it. But if you did actually do it, do you follow the season 3 thing that you told us the entire plot? Because now we'll know it's
Yeah,
not real. I guess I shouldn't spoil it, but it's already out there. You know what
yeah,
I mean? Like,
right. No, I think you have
and
to
and
do a
those
new.
and that leak or that thing that they said was
Yeah.
wild. I don't know
Oh,
if
it
I even
was.
liked it,
I
but it
don't
was
think I liked it either, dude.
because it
Seriously.
broke the fourth wall way too much. But it
Hmm.
definitely is the most wild thing I could ever think of. Like, if I
Oh
were to
yeah.
go as crazy as possible, that's where I would go. So I appreciate that they went that far in their minds, but I don't know how that would have. I don't think I would have liked it at all. What they were
Yeah.
planning.
I when I read that, I was like, "Oh, really? This is what you had in mind?
Yeah.
Oh, don't I don't know, man. I 100% agree. I don't think so. Um, and if I would have gotten those folks together and I would have said, "What are you thinking? I need an answer." Yeah. So, uh, Bobby, thank you, my man, for your super chat and your support. And look here, Alex, we got another super chat coming in. Jimmy coming in with a $5 super chat. Thank you, my man. Not to change the subject, but really want to see one heck of a third act take place in that beautiful spooky mansion in
Yeah.
Montreal. It will be, dude. I understand completely. In fact, I'll see if I got a picture of it here I can show real quick. I hope I have one. Alex, oh yeah, look at this. Alex, take a look at the outside of this thing. Look at this.
Yep. I like it.
Dude, could you imagine a third act there? Like this would make Milton's mansion. I mean, look at that. Just phenomenal. What do you, man? Is it too good to be true? What do you think? Do you think they're gonna do it, man? Are they gonna
Well,
make it
like,
happen?
was it on the path that they were filming? Like, because I don't remember. Like, how did people? Like, it was near it.
Yeah. So basically, and Chris from Montreal who sent me the pictures of all this stuff and took the picture. So
Yeah.
basically, what it was at the base of this mansion is the parking base for the Scream filming crew for
Oh, okay.
everyone. So it's where everyone goes to park, and then they get shuttled over to
Yeah.
the filming locations. And so right there, and it's owned by McGill University, which is where we
Oh,
all
okay.
think is where they're going to be at for college for
Yeah.
Tara, Chad, and Mindy.
Then probably yes. Probably they will use it. Yeah, I didn't know how it was like associated with. Is it just a mansion close by that people say, oh, that would
No,
be a nice third act? Yeah, with all
no,
those connections, I feel like they would do something to it.
yeah, that's the thing. I'm same here. I'm like, it's owned by McGill. If they are actually at McGill and they've already got a filming arrangement done, and the inside of this mansion, Chris was telling me, was gutted out,
Oh, okay.
so that they could go and build sets
Yeah.
inside of this thing and make fake rooms if
Yeah.
they wanted to, or they could literally just use the exterior
Right.
of the mansion. They may not even, like, you see people going in and then all of a sudden you're inside and you're on a sound stage. You
Yeah.
wouldn't know the difference, but I just think it'd be pretty darn cool to have the third act happen there as a huge Halloween frat party, college party,
Yeah.
and it's just a bloodbath. That would just be epic, man. And I've said it too, that the way you pay homage, I know we're getting off Nev, but just I have to get your thoughts on this real quick. Uh, One of the ways you pay homage to Scream 2 is because, like, remember in Scream 2 we had the theater scene where everyone's dressed up and all that
Yeah.
and Ghostface. So how about, to pay homage to that, we have a big Halloween party in this house, frat house or what have you,
Yeah.
and everyone's dressed in Ghostface costumes and different costumes,
Yeah.
and the real Ghostface is there among them, and basically goes around at some point and just starts stabbing, just walking, stabbing, stabbing, stabbing as he's walking. Bodies just start dropping, and the music's loud and cranked up, and no one can hear screaming.
Yeah.
And he lays out about he knocks like 10, 12 people out dead. That's the opening kill
Yeah.
or sequence. What do you think about that? Would you be down for that?
Yeah, that would be different. Yeah, that'd be a very different opening way of doing it. It's just the importance to the rest of the story, but I like that idea. I like it a lot.
Hey, it would be fun. And again, you're tipping the hat to Scream 2. The opening of Scream 2.
Yeah.
And then last thing about the locations, because haven't had a chance to really talk a whole lot about the filming locations and stuff, but there's one particular building that they are filming at called the Milton Building, and it's in Montreal, and it is literally named Milton. Like if you look above the door, there's a shot there. You may have seen it where Jenna and Melissa come out of. Yeah,
like down from it.
Walking down from it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so they left the name Milton up there, which is great because obviously it's a Scream 3, Easter egg, even though it's the real name. And I love it. They changed the address of the building to 1939 for Wes Craven's birth year. When he said that's not the address, that's fake. They put that in there. So
That was nice.
That was pretty cool.
I remember seeing. Yeah, and that shows still the respect.
It does. Yes, it still shows the respect, and that tells me also I think that we're going to be getting some good Easter eggs in as well in this movie. So Jimmy, thank you for your super chat. I agree. Let's get that mansion party, mansion carnage. There you go. Hashtag mansion carnage for today. And let's see real quick for your super chat. Let's just do a real little. Let's have some face soup. Here we go.
An awful face in my soup.
All right. Thanks, Jimmy. All right. So, Alex, you said earlier, just to kind of wrap up here, and I don't want. And listen, I know that we're going to wrap up here, and we can get on out. That you're putting it at 70.
I said 70, 80, 90. I didn't
80,
give you a
90.
good answer.
So
I think it'll happen. That's
all right. So you feel pretty convinced she's going to show up. She's going to be there. So my question then to you is, and I'll give you my percentages as well. Do you think we are going to get a press conference or an announcement in the next 30 days? Let's just say.
Yes. I think you would. I think you would announce it before the end of, or the last day of filming, saying that you filmed with her, something like that. I think it's a stupid idea to let it go into the fall, into the trailer. If you're still asking those questions into the trailer, it's not a good look.
No.
Even if the excuse is we're trying to hide her, I think that's bad. So yeah, I hope over the summer it would happen.
Okay, nice. And I'm going to, here's the thing. I think it's because it's almost like that self-preservation mode where if you allow yourself to start really believing she's coming back, you're gonna be disappointed.
Well, that's true. Yeah, that's definitely true.
But I mean, again, this doesn't mean that you shouldn't. It's just like, so I wrestle with that because a part of me really I want to believe so much because I want her back in 6 and setting her up for 7. Because if the plan, and we don't know this, but if the plan really is that Dewey was the focal point of 5, Gail's the focal point of 6 in New York, and then 7 would be Neve's movie, the final trilogy where we get Neve focused. I want to see that happen. Yeah. I want to see that happen badly. I want Stu Macher, when he returns, to actually be able to face off with Sidney. Now, he doesn't have to.
You think Matthew Lillard would come back with Paramount that he said is a certain S word on Twitter after the Neve thing?
I do.
I think Neve would need to be completely resolved in order for him to now come back because of that comment. Because that is a bad comment.
It's a bad comment.
In that he, I think, hates them. And I would say this, if I want to call out Matthew, if he wants to like stick to his conviction, like if he really believes that, I would believe you wouldn't accept an offer if that was still going on. If you believe that so much, if you said this is a, I'm not going to say the word, but if this is an S-ist company, you do it, I actually would have way. I'm not saying I'm against the stew train idea, but I'd have way less respect for Matthew Lillard, the person, is he does not back up what he says then, which is not uncommon for Hollywood.
Yeah, I mean, this is an interesting thing, and I've thought about this a lot. And here's another thing too, because the emotions were so flying off the handle when this all came out, and there's the thing. Here's the thing I want to mention about this. That weekend, when all this broke at the convention, Matthew, of course, was there. They were hanging out with Jamie. They were all there. When Jamie's video on his YouTube channel talked about how they had dinners, they hung out, and so he did an interview with Us Weekly, Matthew, the same day like all this came out from the convention, and he was all about how he wants to be in the movie, and he's like, maybe I'm he said, I'm not in 6 unless I'm totally lying to your face and I'm in it. This all happened
before he said that on Twitter, though.
Well, that's the thing. No, that was before Twitter. The Twitter came out the next day, I think, because that was on a Tuesday.
I would read it as Neve didn't really tell them, Jamie, Matthew. I assume Neve didn't really tell them the super detailed behind the scenes story. More like if it was even mentioned, I'm not in it. And then so Matthew could have said that knowing that, because it's like, whatever, celebrities go in and out. But then when Matthew Lillard saw the Twitter statement, then he flipped out and he got mad at Paramount. That's how I think the order went.
It's possible. It's possible. I mean, I was thinking about how close they all are. Matthew was with her, even had a relationship with her for over 2 years. And I'm thinking to myself, what are the odds that she didn't tell them, or at least him, and say, hey, I'm not going to be in the movie. She's telling strangers.
But did she tell them it's because the
details,
offered
right?
it?
Yeah.
I don't think she would say that.
You don't think so? Even with really good friends, like you're.
Well,
I mean,
but the way Jamie Kennedy talk, like they have dinner when they meet each other. Are they really good friends? Do they talk daily?
I don't know.
Hollywood people are like that. Like when they meet up, they talk.
Let's do lunch.
Shoot the breeze stuff. Yeah, I don't know if any of them are really good friends with anybody. You know what I mean, I don't know.
I don't know.
She may have, and that would be a case for Matthew coming back.
Right. That's just what I'm saying. It's the other side of the coin, right? Is this that?
But I don't know why he would have flipped out so much then, if he already knew.
Well, here's another thing. And again, this is why these are so fun to talk about, because we none of us are going to know until these things actually happen or not. But how do we know? Like Jasmine Savoy Brown came out and stood up for Neve, and she's in the movie. But
she was very careful with her words.
Yeah, she was much more on the up and up higher
level. I'm under contract. I'm allowed to say certain things. She definitely came across like I want, and she, from a personal life, I think she actually would have blasted them if she wasn't
probably
in the movie. So I think
true.
she was held back on purpose.
That could be.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: we don't know how do we not know Matthew Lowe's under contract?
True.
He could already been signed up, and so he's like, you know what? I'm under contract. I'm going to tell you, if they don't like it, they can fire me and pay me all the money. Yeah. But I mean, I don't know, and I'm not saying he is under contract. I'm just saying I don't want to just assume that he's not. He could already be locked up for this movie, and he's going to make an appearance at the end on the phone or something. So we don't. I mean, we'll have to wait and see. But you're right. There's strong comments. There's no doubt. I mean, that word was very strong. Yeah. But I also say this too, Alec. I'm like, these executives, and I know you know this. They turn over. The turnover rate of these Hollywood business execs, it's very volatile business, right? Yeah. It's such a results-oriented, high dollar, and these are high dollars at stake. So it's entirely possible a year from now, if let's say Matthew's not in 6, right? That maybe the plan is for 7 which I've always said I would prefer him in 7 to close out the trilogy, then a year from now, those guys may not even be there anyway. That's a
Yeah.
long time in this, still
Yeah.
in this business, in that business. But we'll have to wait and see. It definitely is interesting, and it's a factor, but I don't know at the end of the day how big of a factor it really is. Especially a year from now, people can even remember time. You know how time goes; it's so fickle.
and that's most people will forget. That's why I would lose a lot of respect
Yeah,
from him. Is I don't forget. I remember,
right.
that's
Yeah,
part
yeah,
of the
yeah.
job. We have a lot of info on maybe
Yeah.
meaningless things, but we have a lot of info stuck
We
in our head.
do.
But something like that, it's like I would, I would call him out in a video like myself. Like I'd be like, you don't. But again, it's not surprising. Everybody
Yeah,
says things they don't actually mean, specifically in
yeah.
Hollywood. They're just
Oh,
all a
of
bunch of,
course.
most of them are frauds. Literally, like they have no idea. I've said it before. They don't know what it's like to, and I do actually think Matthew is more of a normal. I think actually
He
all of them.
seems that
Jamie
way.
Kennedy seems like a
Yeah,
very real person. Neve, all of the Scream, because they're not that big. For being real, they're not
yeah,
that big. So they come
yeah.
across as more real people, which hopefully is like, well, then he would stick to what he says. Or
Right.
don't say it. Then don't open your mouth if you're not going to follow through. That goes
Yeah.
for anybody, not just Matthew Lillard.
Mm-hmm. True, and there are so many factors involved, and it's. I mean, I remember Matthew was even talking about. I think it was at that con or the one in April in Texas Frightmare. Well, anyway, it was one of these ones recently, and he's like, "Hey, look, I haven't worked in 10 months. It was in April. It's been almost a year since he's got an acting job, and so, if Scream if Scream comes and says, hey, you know, we're gonna drop $2 million in your lap for, what I'm saying? It's like,
Yeah.
okay,
Again,
yeah,
things coincidentally go away when
I
you
mean, all of a
introduce money.
sudden, yeah,
And
like
I don't even know if I mean, look, I would do the same thing. I bash
yeah,
all these gaming journalists. I mean, if I was offered a job of $150,000 like some of these clowns
dude,
make on IGN, I would seriously think. I probably actually wouldn't. I really feel like I'd stick to my conviction, but I would definitely think about it. I mean,
you
I
have
could be a
to.
hypocrite. I don't care.
I
I
mean,
get
that's
it. I get money will make you do that.
it can. I
But
mean,
but again, like I don't know. I really just
but I
don't
hear
like the
you.
idea of coming out and saying those things because my easy counter would be, oh, so you think they're so bad and yet you have a contract with them. That just makes you are a hypocrite. Then I don't care about anything you ever say ever because you
Yeah,
don't mean what you say. Or why don't you give Nev some of your salary if you feel so bad for her? You're taking
right.
money from the same studio that's shunning her. Then you pay her yourself if you feel that way.
Hmm.
Those would be my kind of comebacks.
Yeah, man.
Um, so
Yep.
yeah, but I personally don't think he's under contract. I don't think he'll be in 6, and I think that's
Yeah,
why he's so easily he can say whatever.
that's
Jamie
true,
Kennedy is also not going to be back. He can bash them all day, which he
man.
is.
Yeah, I don't think they're ever gonna bring him back at this point. He's like, he just sits down in his chair and he just turns his mic camera on. And he just goes, man,
Yep.
which I love that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Um, but anyway, we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see.
Very
Right. Well,
controversial. This is a controversial stream, I think.
dude, yeah, I'm telling you, man. Hot
But if
hot
you tempt
takes.
people, then I think they can handle it, which is a good, showing on your crowd.
Oh yeah, this no doubt. I know the community here. You guys, we can respectfully talk about these things, and it's not toxic. And so this is the place to do it right here. But it's good stuff, man. It's good conversation. And so I said earlier I'd give you my numbers real quick here before we wrap up. And we're about to head out, guys, in about 2 or 3 minutes now, which I know is crazy to say with 80 people on a morning stream, which is amazing. You guys are awesome. But I have to say that I'm going to probably err more on the side of being a little conservative, a little more cautious. Cautious, thank you. I'm going to take it down a notch, Alex. I'm going to go down, bro. I'm taking it down to about I'm gonna flip it like completely. I'm going 30% chance she's
You
back.
were on like 10 or 20 though before any of these rumors came.
This is true. I was. So I've heard enough of rumblings, Alex, going on now for 2 days
Yeah.
that it's moved my meter up just a little bit. So I'm going to go 30% yes, 70% no still.
Yeah.
And the big thing that's going, in which Alex his floor is 70 yes, 30 no, which is funny. We're
Opposites.
opposites, but I'm gonna, until we see something from a credible, like what I consider to be, like we talked about, a bloody, disgusting, a Hollywood Reporter, a Deadline, or a press release. How about that? A press release or a social or something from Neve. I'm gonna be really more in that 30% range. I'm gonna hold firm here until something else happens, and I hope it does. Trust me, guys. My fingers are crossed. I want her back, and I want this to work out, and I hope that it will. But that's where I'm at, Alex, and I hope you're right, Alex. I'm rooting for your stats to be correct. I want that. I want her back.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So
And you know, if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. And I'd like to believe that I'm not the kind of person that because there is that argument. Well, you build it up so much and then it doesn't happen, and then you flip out and it makes you look bad. I mean, again, to me, it doesn't make
yeah,
me look bad. It makes the leakers and insiders,
yeah,
they look bad. It makes people
exactly.
on Twitter that spread this stuff, makes them look bad. We're simply talking. I mean, I am
Yeah,
still. I'm disappointed now, the same I was 3 weeks ago, that she's not in it. That's never changed, and it won't change. You know, so it's not like
no,
I'm suddenly putting on an act of, oh, I'm so disappointed she's not in it. I don't think it's a smart move not having her. I don't know how much she actually will influence the movie, good or bad. I do think it
hmm
would be a little bit good at the very least, that she would improve the movie. But I don't know if not having her at all hurts the film. I don't know that. And it's possible it doesn't. But I just feel
right.
like having her would help it. That's
Yeah, I
I
do
just think
too.
it's a smart move to have her, even if just in one scene. I believe that.
I do too, man. And like we talked about before, no matter what happens in this movie, it's not the A script; it's the B script if she's not in
Yeah.
it. And it's not the movie that they wanted to make for us. Radio Silence wanted to give us. It's not. It had to be modified, and that always stinks. You're getting the B cut, the B version. You
Yep.
know. Um, so anyway, we'll see what's going to happen with this, guys. We're going to keep you posted here. I will be making a Nev video, basically kind of summarizing a lot of what we talked about today from my perspective in a little while, just so you guys have that. You can jump to it if you need to. But this stream also is documenting it, and in Monday night. And I'm keeping my eyes peeled, man. Like I'm waiting for that bomb to drop where it's official. The Nev is back and she's signed on, and we're good to go and all that. So, but we haven't gotten that yet, man. Right now we're just in rumor land. And dude, I know that you're going to be heading out of town, or not available
Yeah, it'll
necessarily
probably
soon.
happen Friday when I'm when I'm
I
packing or
know
something.
it's
It'll
going to
always
happen.
happen at a bad time.
I know, man. I was about to say, like, if we get something more official, I would love to have you back, and we can like talk about our initial thoughts. But we may have to wait on that. But this could be a while too, man. Who knows?
Yeah. I mean, you could think maybe they want to just stop these stupid rumors, so they announce
yeah,
something within the next week or two, but they can let it go till August,
they could.
mid-August. So we
Yeah,
may have a long waiting game, but this will die down. That's another. I mean, that's the thing. But it died down originally. I mean, it seems like every couple Mondays, Nev likes to like return in some way. So 3 Mondays ago, or four, was it three or one of those two? She does the statement, and then it's big news for like a week and a half, dies down for a week and a half, and then it's back. So by this
yeah,
logic, in mid-July, it should come back.
exactly. We got to keep this cycle going, man. Um, And real quick, guys, before we head out here, we're gonna call it a day here now. And Alex gave us even more time than he originally did, and that's very awesome of Alex of you to do that and spend extra time with us this morning. So before we head out, though, guys, real quick, if you have not subscribed to Craving Something Scary, please do it right now. If you're visiting right now, smash that thumbs up button and that subscribe button. And if you have not subscribed to Alex's channel, Podcast Now, We got to get him to 65,000 subs. He is almost there. Almost there. Take care, Destin. Thanks for popping in, man. So everyone, please, after this stream, go subscribe to his channel. I will put a link to it in the description. It's not there yet, I don't believe. I may have put it anyway. I'll double check. As soon as we're done, I'm gonna go put it in there if it's not there. But you guys can definitely go search for it. You can put him in the search engine. In fact, I'm gonna make this real easy for you. Give me a second here. I'm just gonna put it in the live chat. How about that, Alex? I'm gonna put it in the live chat to your channel right here. Here we go.
Very good.
Let me put it in. Copy. And let's go. All right, guys, here it is. There's Alex's channel. You just can click it right in the live chat. You don't even have to go to the description now. Super easy. Click that right now. Open up a second window. Hit subscribe. Smash the bell icon. Alex is the guy for games. Let me tell you what. If you have any gaming question, honestly, there's no one else I would ever consider calling. There's one guy. And Alex, you're the guy. You are the man. Incredible exclusives. He gets previews. He gets early releases, review. I mean, everything you can imagine.
I can't say the embargo for one, but I do have a game that I got 2 weeks early, and the review goes up at some point early. But I'm not actually allowed to say the date. The rules are pretty dumb, I'll be honest. I can say that.
But you know what? You don't make them, but you play by them. That's what matters, right? So, thank you, Ghostface Fanatic. You're awesome too, brother. Appreciate you, man. So yeah, go subscribe to his channel, guys. Let him know how much you enjoy his content and being here. Let's show him some Craven love from the channel. Conrad says, Alex, it was cool to see you in the stream. Absolutely.
Thank you.
It was very, very cool. And a nice surprise for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I wanted to keep it a surprise. And guys, so please go do that. All right, let's make that happen. And before we go, the last thing we'll do, we're going to end the stream with a stew dance. I've seen some requests for the stew dance, and we haven't done the entire stream today. So, Alex, I'll see you backstage in just a second for our goodbyes. And then for everybody in the live chat, again, go subscribe to Alex's podcast now. Before you leave, please smash the thumbs up button for this live stream. It's going to go into replay mode, and that's going to help it get to new people after it ends. Thank you for doing that. And my next live stream right now is scheduled for Saturday night, but I may surprise you guys tonight. I may surprise you tomorrow night. So stay tuned. You never know when you're going to get a notification. Make sure you have your bell notification turned on. All right. So, guys, here comes Stu for a dance, and then Alex and I are going to head out, and we'll see you guys soon. Alex, I'll see you shortly. And thank you again, buddy, for spending a time with us today. This has been fun.
Of course.
All right. All right, guys. We'll catch you next time. Bye.
Yeah! I'm ready, baby! Get up! Get up! Get up! Get up! It was fun.